Yes! Oh, I'm so excited. Welcome to the Draft Spectacular for 2016. Yes. Yes. I'm a little bit thirsty. I don't know about you. What do we have here? Oh, my favorite infant's blood. Yes. Oh, nothing quenches thirst like infant's blood. Delicious. I should have a little sip right now. Oh yeah. It's got a great bouquet of type O negative, I believe. Yes. Oh, and this reminds me of another time that a friend of mine, he also was quite fond of blood. Let's take a look.
What is the primary ideology or primary ideas that fuel Gorgoroth's music?
Satan.
Oh, that Gaul, he always cracks me up. Oh, yes, okay. Well, we all know what we're here for, and it's to start the PAGAN 2016 season. So, shall we? Let's go ahead and take a look in our fiendish spell book, IBM ThinkPad. Okay, here we go. Control-Alt-Delete, unlock, password, killing infants is fun, and here we go. Oh, yes, here we go. Okay, now, I have recorded on an Excel spreadsheet all that we need to know to begin our season. So of paramount importance are a few of the things that we voted on. Let's go ahead and take a look. Okay. Most of you did reach out to me, but a few of you assholes didn't care to reach out. Who would those people be? Well, Connor Clune, he did get in touch with me, but he didn't give any votes for anything because he barely participates, which is indicative if you look at his record over the last several years. Okay, so, Connor Clune didn't vote on anything. Jason Barbecue Sauce, despite his being very involved and seeing me in person twice since I sent out the emails, has also not given any indication as to any votes, so he doesn't count at all, which will, again, probably play out in the regular season as well. And finally, Brian Irwin, I haven't heard from him at all. Okay, not even a little bit, so who knows? Anyway, for the rest of you, an auction. I'm in favor of that, personally, but the rest of you seem to think it's a really shitty idea. So, it's not going to be happening this year, and probably not next year, and probably not ever, because all of you hate fun. So, anyway, we will be doing a snake draft this year, as we have in years past. The next thing. Yes. Oh, yes, the slot selection option. So if you were to win the draft lottery tonight, that would not necessarily select your order in the draft, but rather your order in the ability to select your own position in the draft. All of you also seem to think that was a shitty idea. Okay, so we're not going to be doing that. The vote for that was, let's see, a maybe, no, yes, no, yes, no, and yes. Okay, so anyway, I think that the total was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 no's to 3 yeses and a maybe. So anyway, we will not be doing that. The order that I draft here tonight will be the order that we drafted, from 12 to 1. Oh yes, okay. And the next thing, the NBA-style draft lottery, where the worst teams get more entries into the draft lottery. Well, you might have guessed it. As with everything else in this league, you bunch of assholes said no. Okay, so we're not going to be doing that either. Everyone has their name entered into the Cauldron of Hate. One time. Okay, so everyone's name is in the Cauldron of Hate. I will draw them out, and that will be the draft order. Let's see, what else? Wild card. Oh yes, we had a vote to see if we would change the wild card format to not just be the 2 best remaining records after the division winners, but one team with the best record who did not win their division, and the other with the most points scored. And amazingly, I believe this this referendum passed. So let's take a little look here. Wild card. No. Yes, 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 no, yes. I don't really care to count those, but I believe it passes. There were a lot more yeses than nos. So, we will be moving to a playoff format where the 4 division winners enter the playoffs. The best remaining record aside from that enters the playoffs with points for as a tiebreaker. And then finally, the 6th entrant into the playoffs as the 6th seed would be the team with the best points scored remaining. Okay. Next thing, the consolation challenge, or as esteemed fiend Eric Timmons has called it, the loser bracket challenge. Yes, we will be having a loser bracket challenge this year with a to-be-determined prize. It will most likely not be cash because no one wants to pay cash to losers. And also, it wouldn't be fair to those teams that were essentially winners who got bounced in the first round but would receive no cash to a team that had lost during the regular season and entered the losers bracket. So we will determine some other prize, which might be having your family spared from evisceration or something along those lines. And it may also be some nominal reward for next year's Draft Spectacular! Okay, and finally, we had one more vote, and that was whether we were going to shorten the benches. Ah, yes, one of the most fiendishly hellish decisions you could ever make, to shorten the number of players that you can stash on your bench. Okay, so the votes for that were yes, 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 no, yes, yes, no, yes. So, this year we will be shortening our benches from 8 to 6. As some sort of consolation for you jerks who thought that wasn't fair, we will be adding one additional IR spot. So for people like, let's see, the genties who like to game the draft and think that they're going to win every year by drafting some person who was injured in the preseason and storing them on their bench for the whole season so that they can keep them the following year, like, oh, I don't know, Jordy Nelson or something like that. It'll be even more possible this year. So, that might have been a poor decision. Anyway, that's what we have decided so far. I need another drink of this here infant's blood, yes. Oh, it's so delicious. Okay. Just a tad bit coagulated, just how I like it. Anyway, okay. Let's take one more look here at the rule book. Oh, ha. I forgot I stored some family photos in here. Yeah. Those are some great looking guys right there, huh? Yeah, look at these guys. I remember that picnic that one day. Oh, we had such a great time. Yeah. Bruce and Sue, all those guys they really cracked me up. Anyway, okay, I think we're ready for the draft and the draft spectacular. And let me go ahead and pick up the Cauldron of Hate here. Shake it up.
Come on, shake your body, baby, do that conga. No, you can't control yourself any longer. Come.
Okay, that's sufficient. So, now. Let us begin the fun. Okay. The first team drawn out of the Cauldron of Hate, constituting the 12th and final pick in the first round, and the first pick in the second round, and yada yada yada. You guys know how snake drafts work. Snake or serpent drafts. Yes, I much prefer that to snake drafts. Anyway, the person with the 12th pick in the 2016 will be... Oh, he thinks he's so great because he's had a great regular season record, but we all know he sucks because he can't get it done in the playoffs. Ryan Satanopoulos. Yes, Ryan, yes, he will be drafting 12th this year. Okay. The next team drafting, well, I guess the team drafting right before Satanopoulos. Okay. Yeah, we got one here. Yes. Dan and Mike Genty. Oh, it's great. There's going to be just a total void of talent left when these guys pick. Oh, yeah. They'll be picking from, I don't know, let's see. Oh, Mike Wallace, he might be around then, who knows. Anyway, Dan and Mike Genty with the 11th selection. Okay, the 10th selection in the PAGAN draft. Let's see, who will it be? Who will it be? Oh, yeah. Oh, it's the new guy. Ha ha. Jim James Martin. Yes, I think I called him Sponge Boy because that's what he is. And for all of those of you who have put in part-time work in Van Nuys, California, working on low-rent pornographic film sets, you will know what a Sponge Boy is. I can't be the only one. I can't be the only one who's done that for years on end. Oh, damn it, I should have worked harder in high school. Anyway, Jim Martin, yeah, 10th pick in the draft. Okay. Who's next? Who's picking 9th overall? Oh, who could it be? Who could it be? The Cauldron of Hate will determine that our next pick will be... barbecue sauce. Jason Barbecue Sauce. I don't know if that's Kansas City style, Memphis dry rub, Carolina mustard, who knows? But Jason Sauce will be picking 9th overall in the 2016 draft. Let's get another little taste of this delicious... oh, yeah. Yeah. So good. Okay. 8th in the 2016 draft. Cauldron of Hate. Do your worst. Zach Denner. Oh, yes, Zach Timmons. Oh, he'll be selecting with the 8th selection in the draft. Okay, here we go. Diving back in to the Cauldron of Hate with the 7th selection rounding out the back half of the first round. Here we go. Who could it be? Oh, Connor Clune. Connor Clune is one of the worst members we have in this league. He barely participates, even just a little bit. He shows up for the draft occasionally, and he usually sets his lineup, but no one knows what he sounds like, looks like. He's pretty much just a fictional character. A figment of our collective imaginations. That's right, Connor Clune, rounding out the back half of the draft, the first round, and the 3rd, 5th, 7th, 9th, etc., etc., etc. And then the even rounds, it'll be the first half and serpent draft, right? Okay. Anyway, this would be a great time to take a quick break to check out some extremely awesome tunes. So, on a weekly basis, I will be bringing to you the metal masterpiece of the week. This week, I have selected one of the most dastardly slabs of vinyl that I have. Deathspell Omega. Let's hear a little sample from this album, shall we? This fiendish masterpiece is chock full of incantations and worship of Baal. Now, listen with your ears as I play some tasty and fiendish licks. Ooh. These damn horns. Yeah, oh yeah. And now I present to you Deathspell Omega's Paracletus. Deathspell Omega's Paracletus. Oh, what a sweet little ditty that was. Oh, yeah. Really something you can just sing to your sweetheart and just have a grand old time. Okay, here we go. Moving on. Now we move to the top half of the draft with the 6th selection. Who does the Cauldron of Hate select? Let's take a look here. Luke Bustler! I heard his brother's a real dick. Anyway, oh yes, once again, there should be just the last bit of talent has just come off the draft board by the time he picks. He's gonna have any number of reserve tight ends and, just really garbage, 5th and 6th wide receivers to choose from at that point. So, again, with the 6th selection, Luke Bustler. With the 5th selection in the 2016 PAGAN draft. Who do we have? ARCHDAEMON needs another little sip of this, plasma over here. Then he's gotta have another, oh boy, his throat's really starting to get a little bit parched over here. Okay. Oh yeah. That hits the spot. Okay. With the 5th selection, and we have ARCHDAEMON BAEL is the devil. Stop burning. Okay. Oh, ow. Okay. ARCHDAEMON BAEL. Yes. I really don't like this draft spot a whole lot. I would have liked a different pick. But, what are you gonna do? Okay. Number 5, yours truly, the demon himself, your fiendish host and commissioner, ARCHDAEMON BAEL. Now, the 4th selection in the PAGAN draft. Thank God I didn't burn my house down. We have
Brett Miller!
the splooge slave himself. Yeah, he and I used to work together back on that film set in Van Nuys. He's a really hard worker, actually. Brett is a pretty good guy, so can't argue with that. And he deserved the nickname. He was definitely a splooge slave of the highest order. Anyway, he will be selecting with the number 4 pick in the draft. So, we move on to the final 3 selections in the 2016 draft. Who will be drafting 3rd? Who will it be? The Cauldron of Hate makes all decisions. Let's see, who do we have? Brian! Erwin! Or a team to be named later if Brian chooses not to engage and get in touch with ARCHDAEMON BAEL here in the next, 72 hours or something like that. Brian Erwin! Yes, he does not even come close to deserving a draft spot that good. Okay, now we're down to the final 2 selections. Obviously, whoever I pick here will be the person who determines who, let's see, I haven't really thought of a good way of saying this. The other person that's left will obviously be drafting first, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so, with the second selection in the Pagan draft, we have Stephen Butt Holman. Stephen Holman, he always complains about, oh, Tom, I never get a good draft spot, and that's why I'm going to get the worst record, and then I'm going to try and get this NBA-style draft lottery so I get all the picks, and then I get to be at the top of the draft, and then it doesn't even pass on the vote, and he still gets a really good draft spot. What a jerk. Stephen Butt Holman. And by default, the last team remaining in the Cauldron of Hate is... Oh shit, I can't believe this. Oh my god. I should have seen this. I had all these other teams, and then I should have known that the only team left... Oh god, you gotta be kidding me. Eric and Brian Timmons! Wow, what kind of load of garbage is that? Eric and Brian Timmons, it's so repulsed, the Cauldron of Hate, that I threw it up in the air and actually sucked back down into the Cauldron of Hate. That's how much I hate it, and you hate it, and everyone hates it. These assholes, oh my gosh. Dang it. It makes me want to record this whole thing over again. Frick. Them's the breaks. Anyway, to recap the draft order for the 2016 season, with the 12th selection, Ryan Satanopoulos, 11th, Dan and Mike Genty, with the 10th pick, James Jim Martin, with the 9th selection, Barbecue Sauce, 8, Zach Timmons, 7, Connor Clune, and then the next top half of the draft, Luke Bustler, and then ARCHDAEMON BAEL, and then Brett Miller with the 4th selection, and then Brian Irwin, Stephen Holman, and those other just total... dang it. That's it. That's it for this week. That wraps up the 2016 Thanks for tuning in. We'll have the draft this coming Sunday. Do not forget. And I'll send out an email to remind all you guys, but inevitably, some of you won't be there on time and everyone will get mad at me and it won't be my fault. And then people will keep, people who were designated as keepers and everyone will get mad and just, man, it sucks. Just like this whole frickin' league. I hate this league. Damn it!